Hi everybody, good morning, happy Friday, Good Friday, happy Good Friday. So this is gonna be a really quick video. I literally just got my shower. What time is it? I don't even know, noon? So I wanted to show you some tips and tricks that I have been using that work really well for me. Hey Erin. These tips and tricks work really well for me for this Flawless 4. So if you don't know what the Flawless 4 is, it is our kudos or our customer special for the month. It's our liquid foundation, the brush that goes with it, that's Phenom, our concealer, and our primer. So these things have saved me not only product, but helped the application stay on all day, and I just get like better results. So first thing you want to do is moisturize, which I've already done, and then you want to use your primer, and I use like the size of a pea. Hey Donna, if you use bigger than the size of a pea, you're gonna risk putting too much on. Hey the other Donna, hey Nicole. You'll have too much and it's gonna do the opposite effect that you want. It's going to make your makeup not last as long because you just have too much on. So I use the size of a pea. This bottle will last you a long time. I love this stuff. You definitely have to have primer though because, hey girl, hey, because your makeup won't stay on very well if you don't use a primer first. Primer is super important. So size of a pea, all over. Number one, step number one. Number two, foundation. So with our liquid foundations, you want to shake them up really, really good. Hey Kelly, hey Katie. So here's what I've learned is the best way to do our foundation. A lot of times people will put too much on because they have like, I've got a ton of, like, see, I've got redness and I've got like splotches and I've got like dark spots and stuff. So your tendency is, Donna, it's the last 3 weeks of May. It's gonna be fun. The tendency is to really put a ton on your brush and really cake it on there, but the problem with that is you're gonna look cakey. So here's what you wanna do. The first thing you wanna do is put a light layer on. And what I do is I kind of go right around the edges, okay? Not a lot, like it's not very much at all. Hey Lynette, and if you're a woman of certain age, which I am, a lot of times you have these lines down in here that you don't want to accentuate and you want to cover. So sometimes you'll have a tendency to put it right under there. So don't do that. We're gonna get to that, but you wanna put it kind of everywhere else first and kind of leave that section for last. All right, so you just kind of want to feather it in. And I love how this brush is. Donna, I'm not sure if they're gonna video it or not because of copyright stuff, but I know they have before, this theater has, because I know I've seen their stuff on YouTube, so fingers crossed, big time. All right, so we're gonna just feather in. Notice I left it there. And I'm gonna go up to my head here. If you feel like you still need a second layer, you can go in and do a second layer, but you wanna do it little bits at a time so you don't have that cakey feel, right? Okay, so now I haven't done under there yet. So now I'm just gonna kinda feather it up from what I applied. Very little under your eyes because we're gonna take care of your under eye stuff with your concealer. So you don't need a ton of like layers on your face to be able to get the good effect that you're wanting to get. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, if you feel like you look at it, see my redness is gone. My dark spots are gone. I hardly used anything and I went all the way just around. Don't put it inside the dot. You wanna put it around, okay? Okay, so now, the biggest hint of all. And I just learned this, and I'm really excited about it because it made a huge difference. So with your concealer, you see everywhere that they teach you to put like a big V here, a big V here. That's great. You want to put it in a V, like the shape, but here's where the difference is. you're going to use teeny tiny bit of concealer. Teeny tiny. It's like this thing is going to last you months and months and months and months and months. You want to start in the corner of your eye, and we're going to work our way out. That's going to help with the fine lines, with the makeup settling into your lines. So we're going to start in the corner, and we're just going to kind of work our way out. We're still going to make sure we're in a shape of a V, but we're just lightly feathering out. And we're going to blend this here in a sec. Okay, you can see already. So what I do is I take a wet blending bud. Hey, Alex. And squeeze it out, the excess. And then I just kind of go in and tap it. You can put it up into your eye, on your eye there. But you see that, like, hardly any tappage at all. There's not much blending because I didn't use a ton anyway. I started in that corner, and look at the difference. It's not in my lines. There is no lineage going on. Because if you start with the majority up here and you just feather out, we already don't have a layer of a lot of foundation under there. We put our concealer on, and look at the diff. Huge difference. So let's do the other side. Again, whoopies, that might even be too much. So teeny tiny bit. And we're going to start in the corner, okay, and we're going to just start feathering out. We want to end up in the shape of that V that you always see. Really light hand. You don't want to push heavy here because you don't want to pull your skin down, because that's just going to create more wrinkles, and we don't want that. So we're just lightly feathering. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Katie. Okay. All right, so there, we're gonna take our blending bud again. I just always just kind of wet it. Let's try that. And then we're just gonna dab. And it's already kind of blended for us. I just like lightly kind of done. I love this. It works amazing. It helps with those fine lines for the makeup to not get stuck in there. And then another thing I'm doing, since we have our new Behold setting powder, I take that just for a little added help. I'm going to take this small side of the brush. This is also new. I suggest you get this. It's freaking awesome. And I just push in that mesh right there just to get some product on the brush. And I'm just going to pat it to set it. And this stuff is a game changer. It gives you like a flawless, flawless. It hides your pores, it hides your lines, it keeps everything set that you just did. So I'm digging it. I'm digging it a lot right now. Okay. So you see the difference now from under my eyes? There's no lineage going on. It's completely covered. Very little product. Even if you have a bad splotchy face, just very little product is needed. Hey, Sarah. So with your concealer, you can also highlight different areas on your face. I know, Leanne, right? It's amazing. This stuff's awesome. So then this is the concealer brush, by the way. And then I just kind of put it where I will want to highlight. So anything you highlight, you want it to appear bigger. Anything you contour, you want to make smaller. Kind of like white pants and black pants, right? We wear black pants to conceal our big butts. We wear white pants if we want to look like we're a little bigger. It's just how it is. Any woman will understand that. So we go here, we go on the Cupid's bow. We want the top of our nose. We're not going to leave it like that. Again, your handy dandy blending bud, and you just kind of tap it in to blend it. I'm not even pushing hard. I just literally just kind of like tap and roll, tap and roll. Okay? So those are just some tips that work really, really well for me. it's like the less you do, the better coverage you're going to have, I guess. So then, of course, you can go back in with your setting powder to set that as well. You can use the big side for that. This brush is a must-have. But your smaller sections, whoops. And you know what else you can use your concealer for? I don't have my brows done yet, but you can also use it to highlight your brows, under your brows when you get your brows done. It's another great thing to use. Now we do have a highlighter in our brow kit, but if you're using your concealer and you don't have the brow kit, just stick some concealer under there and highlight under your brows. Like, I didn't even add any more product and it already did it. So, flawless face. There's a reason it's named the Flawless 4. It gives you a flawless look if you apply it properly. You don't want to do it too heavy, and then you don't want it setting in your lines, but if you do it this way, you're going to get really good results. So that's all I wanted to share. Flawless 4, tips and tricks that have worked for me. Try it. Let me know if it works for you. And then for contouring, you guys know how to do that, right? See, I haven't even put product on this. And then I just kind of blend it up. You're welcome, Leanne. It works so good for me, so I always have to let the peeps know, you know. So for optimum look, this is some tips that work. So have a great day. I've got a ton to do. I'm running late. Get the Flawless 4 if you don't have it. Primer, you need it. Concealer, hello, what woman doesn't? Foundation, and then of course the famous foundation brush that gives you that really nice airbrush look. Okay? If you have any questions, reach out to me. If I am not your unique presenter, get in touch with your unique presenter. They can help you get this Flawless 4. It's $99 for all 4 products just this month. So if you don't have it, you want to hop on it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.